Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea and we talk all things realistic and cozy personal finance here. So if this is your jam, make sure that you follow and like this video for some more. What we're gonna be doing today is budgeting for June as a whole, so let's get into it. And if you're new here, I am looking down at my budget dashboard. You can grab your copy in the description below. So first thing I'm gonna start off with are my monthly goals for June. We're gonna start off with expense tracking. So I was doing really good at expense tracking. I would say the last at least month and a half, and then this last week has went downhill really fast. But that's why we're here. That's why we're working on it. We're acknowledging it. We're being transparent. And I think I didn't transfer over money that I was supposed to from my high yield savings account to cover one of the expenses that I had. And so that threw me completely off. So as far as expense tracking, we are starting from scratch for the month of June. I just want to take a second here to just acknowledge that this is a very real part of life. So if you do find yourself in my scenario or another scenario with your finances that seem like a hiccup or anything like that, please know that your feelings are valid. This is real. We're just going to pick it right back up where we left it off. Okay, so the next goal is to send an extra $100 towards debt. So last month, if you watched that budget with me, you saw that the goal was $150. And normally you try to stay there or go a little bit higher, but realistically, I don't know if I'll be able to do that this month. We have lovely, wonderful things happening this month, including birthdays, parties, celebrations, graduations, all the Asians. And I want to make sure that I am realistic in how I'm budgeting for that and not being restrictive, especially when we're making memories, right? Most of these are once in a lifetime type things. And I just want to be very realistic with my budgeting and not be overly restrictive. So we're going with $100 towards debt. Obviously with any of my expenses money, which you will see my breakdown in a couple of minutes, that I do not spend, we are going to carry that over. And if we can send more to debt, that is great. I would love that so much, but wanted to be very realistic here. And I encourage you all to do the same. Let's be realistic. Listen, I love a little delulu is this a lulu, but we need to be very realistic here and give ourselves grace and allow ourselves to experience life still. Next up is to budget both paychecks. And by that, I mean that I want to, do the whole thing. Budget them, post them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. So I am on those platforms as well. So if you're not following me there, make sure to do that. I'm at Budget with Chelsea on all platforms, but I just want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases with my budgeting content. Next goal is I want to save $400. And normally I'm saving this money, if you're new here, in my savings challenge, which I literally just had ChatGPT create a savings challenge for me to save $1,000, I think it was, by the end of the year. And so I happen to have 26 envelopes in my house I wasn't using, which worked out perfectly for the amount of times I will get paid this year. I asked ChatGPT to split it up amongst 26 paychecks. I had some post-it notes I wasn't using and wrote each number on each of the post-it notes and stuck it in an envelope. And I just pick one before every payday, and that's how much I'm saving. So I did pick out the ones for June. That's one way that I'm saving my money. And another way that I'm saving my money is in high yield savings accounts. I do have a video on this on my channel, so make sure to check that out as well. That's the other way that I normally will save my money. And last but not least, I am hoping to get 3 budget dashboard sales. So again, if you don't have yours, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. If you don't have yours and you are interested in the budget dashboard, make sure to check out the link in the description for that. So those are my monthly goals. Now we're moving on into income. And the projected income for this month is $4,318. I'm just going based off of my full-time job salary, nothing else. But when I do have rollover expenses money and stuff like that, I would just add that as an item on here. Or for example, if I make a sale on one of my budget dashboards or something like that, or if I get a refund for something, I'll just add that onto this area so that it allows me to budget that money. Moving on into my bills section, we're covering mortgage, Apple storage, Wi-Fi, Spotify, Roblox, Max, car insurance, electric, Hulu, my alarm system, and the gym. So you'll see this line item called car maintenance. Your girl needs an oil change. And I will be getting that on payday just because that's how it worked out conveniently for my schedule. But Normally, this is something that I would save for in a car maintenance high yield savings account. This is really good to save for. Oil changes, car registration that comes due, or brakes, getting new tires. These are all like regular routine maintenance that we can anticipate happening sometime in the near future. So this is a good fund to have if you don't already have that started. Just put that line item there for an oil change, just because it's not necessarily going to a savings fund at this point, because I'm literally going to do it on payday, but it is going to be something that I'm paying for, so we just added that there. Moving on to the debt portion, we have our student loan, Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Apple credit cards, and our extra credit card payment, and how much I will be budgeting for each of those. So again, the goal is to do an extra $100 credit card payment. Let's see if we stick to it. Comment this emoji if you think I stuck to it. I'm waiting for you to comment it. No, I'm just kidding. Moving on to expenses. So these are the expenses that I normally have for each paycheck that I get that allows me to get by during those 2 weeks. So spending, groceries, gas, fun, other. I want to note that groceries also includes any toiletries that I need as well. So here I just have to be super mindful about how I'm spending my money. So how I stick to this tight budget is by using grocery apps. And normally you can add on like your whole grocery cart of the things that you're gonna get. So at least you can have a good idea of how much you are spending. If you do have enough in your budget to do like a drive up or like a delivery order or something like that, I say that's awesome as well. Because if you're anything like me, especially in Trader Joe's, I walk up in there and I'm like, oh, I'm just getting one thing. And I literally come out with a whole basket full of things in my arms like this. Like, it's a problem. And so that'll keep you accountable and make sure that you grab only what you need or you're delivered only what you need. So these amounts here are listed for the entire month. So basically I just split it in half. So for example, spending, I give myself $150 per paycheck as my spending money. Then we move on to our savings accounts. So again, that savings challenge I had mentioned, the ChatGPT savings challenge, that's here. So that's what I mean by the savings challenge. And the two envelopes I picked out were $15 and $70. So that is listed here for the month so that I am ready and prepared for that. We also have our events high yield savings account, travel high yield savings account, and health high yield savings account. With health, I do have some appointments coming up. Want to make sure I'm prepared for those. Travel, I do have some travel coming up. So I'm just making sure to send a steady amount as much as I can over to that high yield savings account. So I am prepared for that. And for events, again, a lot of celebrations are happening here. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm covered. Whatever I don't use, I can use for a future event, or I can transfer that over to my checkings account and use it as an extra credit card payment. Here is the monthly breakdown pie chart, which is always included in each of the months of the budget dashboard that I have. You can really see like how your money is allocated for your paychecks for the month. You can see that 15% of my income for the month of June is going to savings. 15% of my income for the month of June is going to debt, 21% expenses, and then the rest, so the 48% go to bills. So this gives you a nice little visual. Sometimes it is nice to look back and see like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. This is where my money is going. But yeah, so that wraps up my June monthly overview. If you made it to this part of the video, make sure to drop in the comments one of your June monthly goals that you're excited to accomplish, personal finance related or not. Another one that I'm super excited about is I am actually really close currently, the day I'm filming this, really close to 1,000 followers on TikTok. I had about, I think I had like 1,600 followers on my old TikTok account that I was locked out of, unfortunately. And so I've really just had to rebuild my new account brick by brick. And we are almost at the 1,000 follower mark. So grateful that I have so much support. I wouldn't be here without my support team, without my loved ones. It's really exciting and encouraging to see that I have now been able to build that back up on this second channel. Anyways, that's enough of me yapping. I hope you are having a fabulous day, and I'm so proud of you. It takes a lot to show up for yourself sometimes, and you are doing that today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.